Hello, this is my project of nothing more and nothing less than the Renaissance versus the Middle Age. We will start with the Middle Age and then Renaissance. So let's start. Okay. The Middle Age is the historical period of Western civilization between the 5th and 15th centuries. Conventionally, its beginning is in the year 476, with the fall of the Western Roman Empire and its end in 1492, with the discovery of America in the 1453, with the fall of the Byzantine Empire, a date that has a singularity of coinciding with the invention of the printing press, publication of Gutenberg Bible, and with the end and the Hundred Years' War. To this day, historians of the period prefer to note this break between antiquity and the Middle Age, so that between the 13th and 18th centuries, it is customary to speak of late antiquity, which would have been a great transition state in all areas. Economically, for the replacement of the slave mode of production by the feudal mode of production in the social sphere. For the disappearance of the concept of Roman citizenship, 188 will consider it the entertainment time with lighter value in itself between ancient age, identified with the art and culture of the Greco-Roman civilization of classical antiquity and the cultural renewal of the modern age, at which he situates beginning the Renaissance and the Humanism, the popularization of the swim for the perpetuated on erroneous preconceived and that considering the Middle Age as a dark age, mirrored in intellectual and cultural retrogression and secular, social, and economic lethargy, with its association with feudalism in its more obscurantist traits is defined by the revolutionists were fought too old. Feudalism is more obscure traits as defined by revolution for fought and the old regiment and world by period dominated by insulation, ignorance, democracy, superstition, and the regime. Fear fueled and the endemic insecurity, violence, and the brutally and constant. Oh my God! And the constant wars and millions for more endemic in the epidemics, not to how. Yes, for you. Okay, the teacher. Okay. I am for the big images for the Middle Age. It's super interesting, and for the new political forms also emerged in the Middle Ages, ranging from the Islamic Caliphate to the universal powers of Latin Christianity, pontificate, and empire, or on Byzantine Empire, on the Slavic kingdoms, and integrated into Eastern Christianity, acculturation and evangelizations of Cyril and Metellus, and on small scale alkenes at city-states from small German episcopal cities to republics that maintained maritime empires like Venice, living in the Middle Age of the scale, the one that had the greatest future progression, the feudal monarchies, which transformed into authoritarian monarchies prior to modern state. Okay, it's the super interesting. Okay, and that the next is okay. Calm, stay calm. The next is Renaissance. Okay. Okay. I am a talk for the Renaissance. The Renaissance is named given a 19th century to a broad cultural movement to occurred in Western Europe during of the 15th and 16th centuries when it was a transitional period between the Middle Age and the early modern age. Its main exponents are found in the field of the arts, although work was also unrenegable in the sense, but a natural and the human. The city of Florence in Italy was the birthplace and development of this movement, which would later spread throughout Europe. The Renaissance was a result of the dissemination of the ideas of humanism, which determined a new conception of man and the world. The term Renaissance was used to claim certain elements of classical Greek and Roman culture, and was originally applied as return to values of Greco-Latin culture and the free contemplation of nature after centuries of predominance of more derived type of mentality and dogmatic established in medieval Europe. In this new stage, a new way of seeing the world and the human being was proposed with new approach in the field of the arts, politics. Summer we are closer to the sun, and in winter and are far from it. The persistence of this idea and fact that it the widespread among the students and many adults induced me to write the article, which tries to explain in a clear and simple way for the reason for this other phenomena to take place a result of motion and the moon around the earth, and after resolving them doubts and the rotation movement is carried out and the lines of share which one represents the sunrise and the sunset. The earth has direct sense of rotation that is counterclockwise. If we look from the North Pole, it's the same length in both hemispheres. What account for this difference? The students will notice that due to the globe axis terrestrial and the 23.5 Celsius, the shadow line does not. The shadow line does not coincide with accident rotation, except that let's put in the position a bit of the hair in their notebook, and that they place in the position it corresponds in the solstices and equinoxes, and have them draw also the sun in its correct positions, and we will reference it on the board below the figure 2. It will be discussed whether they have drawn correctly the position of the earth axis and the importance of this fact. It will also be commented that the sun occupies a position almost central with respect to the terrestrial orbit, since its eccentricity is negligible. A simple view Esteban 2005. So the distance from the sun is a factor that practically does not influence as the cause of the seasons. Summer in Northern Hemisphere, the globe is placed as shown in the figure 3. The following questions are the unasked of the students. Okay, it's a good, bro. Okay, it's pretty good. Ooh, Okay, and the next, and go. Okay. In the position of the earth axis in the importance of the facts, it's the wind in summer in Spain. It's also summer in Argentina. What will you answer now? Does the axis of the earth have a relative on the sun for its sun?